Whether you play on a Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox console, or PC, this year has already been jam-packed with enormous games vying for your attention. Here is our list of the top upcoming video games for 2023 and beyond. Number 7. Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1 is a reboot in certain ways, but it has a twist, therefore it should not be mistaken with the original Mortal Kombat from 1992. Fire God Liu Kang, the winner of Mortal Kombat 11, has revived the original Mortal Kombat universe. Is there no blood, no firearms, no head-ripping-offy war scenes in this new world? Not exactly. Viewers should be informed that the announcement trailer is as gory and brutal as ever, but what else did you expect? Because the Mortal Kombat series is essentially Smash Bros. For dads from the 1980s, you can be sure that the most recent installment will have some retro-playable characters. Number 6. Alan Wake 2. The eagerly anticipated Alan Wake comeback will soon be available on consoles after 13 years. The original centered on Arthur Wick, who witnessed the actual events from his terrifying tale. The original combined stressful gameplay, an innovative story, and a compelling narrative framework to become something of a cult classic. In Alan Wake 2, we continue to follow Wake after he has spent 13 years imprisoned in an other dimension. Your objective? To flee by sending an FBI agent a horror story in the hopes that they can save you. We have high expectations for Alan Wake 2 with gameplay that reminds us of True Detective Season 1 and more than a few jump scares. Number 5. Lies of P. Although Pinocchio has been the subject of numerous adaptations, the Wooden Child continues to have an impact on younger generations. His most recent appearance was in Lies of P, an attempt to Batmanify an Italian folktale by darkening it even farther than it already is. You take on the role of Pinocchio, or in this case, P, who awakens in a train station with a solitary message, "Find Mr. Geppetto," next to them. He is in the city right now. Although it might appear to be a Hitman contract, it is not. Instead, Lies of P is set in a Victorian-era parallel world where Pinocchio has a robotic arm that can be modified with new weapons and robot-killing equipment. The gameplay appears to be influenced by Kingdom Hearts, but with Sora being taken to France during the French Revolution. Just let's hope it lives up to our high hopes. Number 4. Baldur's Gate 3. After what seems like an eternity in early access, Baldur's Gate 3 has now received a release date, and all the signals are favorable. This is a recent installment in the popular video game series Baldur's Gate, which was last released in 2000. Baldur's Gate is produced by Larian Studios, the studio that created the Divinity, Original Sin video games. It appears to be becoming into the exclusive Baldur's Gate experience as a result. It is a top-down role-playing game based on the D and D 5th edition rules and is set in a fantasy universe. Whatever you decide to be, your character has a brain parasite and travels the world in an effort to get rid of it. Yes, the plot is quite narrow, but Baldur's Gate 3 is expected to be one of the most popular releases of 2023. Number 3. Hollow Knight, Silksong. Hollow Knight, an independent Metroidvania created by simply a trio of guys, has steadily gained cult status since its initial release in 2017. Therefore, it is not unexpected that interest in its sequel, Silksong, has soared. You play as the Agile Hornet, a deadly enemy in the first game, fighting all new adversaries and all new difficulties as you attempt to climb to the top of the castle you've been imprisoned in. The game is set in a ghostly world of bugs and is presented in a lovely hand-drawn aesthetic. Number 2. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Bowie, Madonna, Mario. They are all masters of innovation, and the upcoming Mario adventure is yet another adventure that is completely insane. Nintendo appears to have entirely abandoned the Art Deco-inspired style of recent Mario games with the release of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. In its place, the company has opted for a design that looks like it was lifted from a Beatles music video from the psychedelic era. There is a large number of new content updates to experiment with, like warp pipes that come to life and a peculiar new item known as a Wonder Flower that transforms stages. Oh, and Mario is now able to transform into an elephant. Number 1. Starfield. And finally, our most anticipated game at number 1 is Starfield. Starfield, Bethesda's first significant new open-world IP since The Elder Scrolls and Fallout, sounds astronomically expansive in scope. It should come as no surprise, then, that the game was postponed from its planned November 11 release date until November 11, 2022, in an effort to either shake the studio's reputation for botched releases or steer clear of similarities to the contentious release of another extremely ambitious space simulation, No Man's Sky. However, despite the fact that Starfield is set in space and allows you to build your own customized spacecraft to visit more than 1,000 worlds across more than 100 systems, it is still at its core an action role-playing game where you can choose your allies or battle space pirates in either first or third person using a mix of shooter and melee combat. And there you have it, our top upcoming video games for 2023 and beyond. Which one are you most excited about? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming content. Until next time, happy gaming!